Hey, it's Robin. I want to tell you about the biggest cost to your business, but I want you to think about this first. Okay, if you're in the financial services industry and you're talking to a potential client and you look at their assets and you see that they have a ton of money and that money is in cash and it's sitting on the sidelines, right? And I know where we are right now, you might say, oh, that might not be that bad because maybe, the market's not super down depending when you listen to this video, but it went down a lot and now it's gone back up a lot. And still, there's maybe some upside, but you might be thinking, hey, regardless, they need to be investing in the market or investing in something to reach their goals because there's something working against them, right? If that money is not working for them, it could be working against them. And you have all the reasons, inflation, all these things, why just leaving your money and doing nothing with your money or leaving it in cash is not necessarily the best thing for your clients. Now, I want to talk to you about the biggest cost in your business, which is along the same lines. What I mean by that is that if you have money on the sidelines and you're not investing in your business, or even if you don't have money and you have credit available to you and you're not investing in your business, well, that's costing you a ton of opportunity costs. So you could be missing huge gains in your business. Now, most people, they try to do it themselves, right? If you're a business owner and you're trying to do it yourself, meaning that or maybe you're just learning from some of the supervisors that you have in the industry, which are giving you some, accountability coaching or something like that, but you're not investing in your business, whether it's marketing, whether it's with a coach, whether it's different opportunities that are available to you. If you're not investing in your business, you're leaving a ton of money on the table. Just like your clients, if they're not investing in whether it's the market or using different products like annuities or whatever, they're sitting on the sidelines and they're not getting the results. And there's so much opportunity right now when it comes to growing your business, when it comes to helping more people. There's so many people who need you. But you not investing in yourself is costing you a ton of money. Now, let me tell you about a client. I'll give you an example of this. I have a client who, she's working with me, so yeah, she's investing, but she's at a point in her business where she really needs to invest in marketing. Not everybody does, because sometimes you're at a point in your business where you're not even doing the organic things, meaning the non-paid things that could double or triple your revenue, which is a lot of what I teach. And so you don't need to necessarily be paying, using marketing dollars. But in this woman's case, she's at a point, she has a nice solid 6-figure revenue in her business. And she's at a point where she knows she needs more people coming to her, and she can use warm leads, which is a lot, like I said, what I teach, but she wants to scale up. So she's ready to put money towards that and put money in marketing. Okay. In this case, the marketing opportunity that she's looking at is going to cost her $2,500 a month, and she has to do it for at least 3 months. So she called me up and she was freaking out. That's actually in our WhatsApp group, and she was like, I don't know, how do you get past this? How do you get past this mindset thing of actually investing in your business? Because, and in the sense of, and in her case in marketing, she's like, I'm freaking out, because that seems like a lot of money to me. And I'm sure I could probably get that back, but what if I don't? And she's going in scarcity mode. Well, if you're a business owner, you got to be willing to take risk. And what I told her is, I said, girl, I didn't say girl, but I said her name. But I said, hey, you got to take that risk, because even if it doesn't work, it's costing you more not to do it, because you having to have the emotional, the drain of you trying to decide whether to invest or not in your business around, in this case in marketing, is costing you more than $7,500. It doesn't take that many clients to get that $7,500 back. 1 or 2 clients, it's probably the case for you as well. So instead of analyzing, or as my husband says, or analyzing, yeah, he says analyzing, now I'm saying it, but instead of agonizing around this decision, I was like, just do it and then course correct, because at least you are telling the universe, you're telling the world, I'm willing to take risk, I'm willing to put myself out there, I'm willing to put my dollars, put my money where my mouth is. If you're willing to put your money where your mouth is, if you're willing to invest in yourself and your business, then you're telling, if you believe in the universe stuff, but you're basically putting it out there in the world for other people to invest in you. And I'm not just talking about invest money like AUM, but they have to pay a fee for you, right? They can do it on their own. You can grow your business on your own. But if you're not getting the results, and if you're not getting to where you want to be, if you're not hitting your potential, then you need help. Whether it's me, whether it's marketing, whether it's someone else, don't try to do this on your own. It's ridiculous. And actually investing in yourself instead of just being in scarcity, even if you don't have the money. If you find the money, what it does, it starts to trigger you to start taking action, because you might freak the F out freak the F out that if you don't get that money back, then you're going to have some negative consequences. So that gets your ball in gear or your ass in gear to start getting things happening so that you get results. I remember the first time I invested really, really big in my business. Hey, I'm like totally getting so sweaty now being out here in the heat in Florida. TMI. So, hey, Lisa, love you too. Lisa is a great example of someone who's invested big time in her business. But the first time I invested big time in my business was when I decided to do Facebook ads. And it was $5,000 a month just for the consultants. Then I had to pay I was expecting to pay about $5,000 in ad spend every single month. Okay, let's do the math. That's $10,000. It's $120,000 over the course of a year. At that point in time when I made that decision, I had only made $150,000. So I was willing to invest another $100,000 the following year to try to make $1 million because that was my goal. And so I put myself out there. It was so scary. I was freaking out. But the next month, it was probably within 3 weeks, I had my first one-day event where I made $45,000 in a day. Okay, that was the most I've ever made in a day, and I was like floored. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Did I make it from Facebook? I actually did not. In fact, I was in the hole probably from my Facebook ad consulting and from with the consulting spend and the ad spend. It took me 6 months to actually get to breaking even. But I learned how to do Facebook ads. I learned how to get to more people. I learned how to attract the right people to me. Even though it took 6 months, I finally got to break even, and then I started to get an ROI. I'm not telling you to invest in marketing. I'm not telling you to invest in Facebook ads. I'm not even telling you to invest in me. What I'm telling you is to start thinking about how you can start to grow your business. You got to think big, baby. You got to think smart. You got to think about not just using your resources, but being resourceful, and then be willing to find money and find a way to invest in your business so that you can get there faster. Everyone can get there if you just work hard and you just take years and years and years to get there. Sure, working hard will get you there. But if you want to get there faster, and all of you who are listening, you definitely want to get there faster, then you better start throwing your money at shit. Now, I'm a cheap chip. That's one of my money types, okay? I call it a cheap chip. I'm a self-proclaimed cheap chip. I'm also a delusional Dan. Now, cheap chip is the type of person who does not like to waste money on things, okay? And when I was not making money, I was especially a cheap chip. I was very afraid to put my money anywhere, and so I would just save instead of investing back in the business. And guess what? I was making $2,000 a month, finally. At a point where I was making $2,000 a month. I did that for a while, and then I got further in debt because I couldn't even support myself. I was getting in debt because I couldn't support my lifestyle. I was living in the Bay Area in California, and I couldn't even support it with $2,000 a month. So it was costing me more money to not use the credit cards to actually find ways to grow my business. And so I started to actually invest in my business, and then slowly I got less and less scared because I realized that when I invested in my business, there was always something I learned. There was always some takeaway, even if I didn't always get the ROI. Okay, and I hope you get the ROI every single time, but sometimes it's not always a financial ROI. Sometimes the ROI is on your growth. Sometimes the ROI is on your health. Sometimes the ROI is on less stress. Sometimes the ROI is you spending more time with your family because you're not doing everything. Okay, another great investment is investing in someone on your team. Like you try to do everything yourself. You don't even have an assistant, and you're like, oh, I can't afford an assistant. Well, you can't afford not to have an assistant because then you're doing stupid shit you shouldn't be doing, and that's costing you a client. That's costing you leads. That's costing you basically all this opportunity for you to help more people. So you guys got to start playing at a higher level. You have to start playing at a higher level. I am challenging you to do that. And because what's costing you, the biggest cost to your business is you being too afraid to invest money in your business and to do things even outside your comfort zone. But I'm talking about you saying, hey, I'm going to grow this business. You have a big goal. Most of the people I attract have a big goal. I want to make an additional $100,000. How much have you made so far? $50,000. It's not like a baby goal. Like I got $1 million I'm making already and I want to make 10%, another $100,000. Like the people that I attract, the women that I attract, you guys got big goals. You're like, I want to make an extra 100 grand, and you've only made 50, or you've only made 100, or you've only made 300. Like that's a big goal. That's a big percentage. So don't BS yourself and say, oh, I'm going to be able to do this by just trying really hard, working really hard, going to free webinars, going to, getting some free stuff on the World Wide Web, on the internet. Okay, be willing to meet your goal where it is. You want to have a big goal, then you better be willing to, as Grant Cardone says, you're going to 10x your goal, you 10x the activity. And most people think, oh, 10x the activity means I got to spend more time. No, it's not about you spending more time. It's about you being more resourceful. Yeah, it's also using resources, finding a way. Hello, credit cards. Yeah, invest in your business and use credit cards. I already have debt, Robin. I can't invest anymore. I'm a financial advisor. I already feel like a fraud. Yeah, I was there. I get it. But the only way I got to $1 million was because I took risk. I invested in things that I had no idea if it would work. And some of them did not work. But the combination of me investing and taking risk and doing things that were really scary as hell, and to be resourceful and find the money and to use credit cards and to take loans, or to just finally, when I had enough money to invest, and I invested in many, many things that did not work, by the way. Okay, some of them did work and some of them did not, but the compilation of those things together has gotten to me where I am. I can tell you things I invested. I was in a movie I had to pay for. I shouldn't tell people that because they think I'm cool because I was in a movie. That I had to pay to be in the movie. I support the movie. It's more like being an investor in a movie and then you get to be in it. But I had to pay to be in a movie that still hasn't come out, and I don't know if I'll ever get clients from that. Okay, I've invested in PR that didn't pan out to anything necessarily. I've invested in things that didn't work. But some of those things are like little bits that keep adding to my brand, or keep adding to my long-term plan, or keep adding to me becoming a better person, a better business owner, a better communicator, a better salesperson, a better lead generator. All these things has added to that and has compounded to a point where I'm doing very, very well. And now for me to throw $7,500 or $15,000 or $30,000 at something, I do it a lot because I'm willing to take those risks, because I've gotten to a place where I know that I can make those things happen. No matter what, I have control. I can get an ROI. And that ROI, like I said, isn't always money, although most of the time it is. But that ROI is sometimes an ROI in other ways. Okay? That's for your lesson today, for you to think about on how can you expand, how can you be taking more risk financially and otherwise so that you get the results that you want. Okay, have a good day.